How does 20 years Hyperdub label feels like when I compare it to a human is like a young adult now?
Yeah, it's old enough to have a drink and drive and so on. I don't know, we've been here 5th birthday, 10th birthday, 15th birthday, 20th birthday, so I feel very at home at Elevate.
Yeah, what are the major changes in the last 20 years when we look on the music style at first? Without doubt, there are many trends and changes.
Well, I can just summarise quickly what the label has been through. We started as part of dubstep and post-garage, dubstep and grime, and been through genres like UK funky, more experimental music, footwork, and I can't remember what we've been doing recently. Stuff that's more hard to categorize, I suppose.
I mean, I think a lot of the changes over the last 20 years have to do with behind the scenes stuff. If you think about technology, it's gotten a lot easier to make music. It's a lot easier to distribute music. You don't necessarily need a label. You can just put it on Bandcamp or pay someone to put it on Spotify. Through social media, you can connect with producers on the other side of the world in countries that you'll never go to in your life, and you can collaborate on a track and put it out. So that has reshaped a culture that used to be very localized, very specialized, and now it's this global phenomenon, and it's also bigger economically than ever. It's like a global multi-billion-dollar enterprise, and when that much money comes in, it's going to affect how things work, even in the, quote-unquote underground level.
When I look specific on streaming and Spotify, as well know for an underground artist, more or less, it's not a big way of income because not many people listen to them because they're not well known. What would be a most ideal form of earning money for artists that is fair on to the people?
Streaming is clearly very popular. Our artists make most of their money from Spotify. The rate at which they get paid is clearly ludicrous, like pay for stream. So that would have to change. I know people are trying different experiments with blockchain-related stuff, which has got some interesting potential. I don't know. It's a conundrum right now. As a record label, we just try and cover as many of the bases as possible, but I can't say I'm up to speed on the latest developments in music economics, streaming economics, and so on.
I mean, the easy answer that everyone wants to be true is everyone should buy music, but I think that's kind of a pipe dream at this point. The idea that people that are teenagers or even in their 20s who have pretty much lived their entire life as music fans with streaming are going to all of a sudden en masse start buying records again or CDs or tapes or anything. Like, this is a niche market, and it's not enough to sustain the entire music industry. So right now we don't really have a good solution. I think trying to do a mix and match and catering to the people that want to support you in different ways that you can, whether that's merch or touring or whatever it may be, is probably the only somewhat feasible path to surviving as an artist or a label.